Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained. My name is Camille. Today is 15th of May 2020 and welcome to video number 140. Today I want to talk about sources of your knowledge and your understanding about, building a relationship and manhood and basically everything in your life. Because we're having issues with this as if you watched the video, yesterday's video, you know that the basic problem with us having a basic problem with building a relationship and whatever try to build in life, but especially that, is that because we were not taught how to approach the subject and we try to scramble around the information from outside sources, which most of them are not suitable to advise us on the subject, and that's why we got results as we got. So first of all, I want to kind of look at the things that I mentioned yesterday, but I want to go a little bit deeper in that. Is what your friends and what your surroundings and environment that you grew up in, tells you about those subjects. Because you see, the problem is that so many of us are eager to say what we think. We all have our own opinions, but most of them are irrelevant or even hurtful to building your own self-esteem and your manhood as a guy and being the proper material to build long-lasting relationship. And I saw that many times, and you can see that from even from parents or even grandparents, although the older generations had it, I don't, more together, because you see, I still can see, at least in my environment, grandparents who are holding hands, being in early stages of their life, and it shows you something. But the younger the people are, the more ridiculous ideas they have about it, and it see kind of how it all kind of dissolved itself, the knowledge, understanding, and application of it. And that's why we ended up in this area when we're just simply having issues with building long-lasting relationships and being happy in them. So I had friends who are, which don't have family. They don't even have a girlfriend, and they have the biggest ideas. They are so eager to share what they think about women, about men, about relationships. And I always laughing at them because, at least from my perspective, when where I am in happy relationship and I'm really satisfied in how it all looks like and how deep in deep friendship we are with my wife, I'm laughing at them because I know that they're talking complete trash. They have completely no idea what they're talking about. And that's why they're in, seventh relationship, which just, lasts for 3 months and just falls apart because they completely don't know what they're doing. But they're screaming the loudest. I talk to people who are my friends that I kind of love really deeply, but in that respect, I don't respect what they say and how they behave because they are divorced and they're screaming the loudest that they don't work, and they're gonna give the whole hour lecture about it. But what they have to say about success if what they can teach you is how to not have success because they failed in some respect? You know what I'm saying? So I want you to be conscious and be aware that so many people that surrounds you, they might be giving you false advice. So just be aware that people who are around you might be a reason why you have those stupid ideas about relationship that just they don't work, because those people who are sharing them, they don't have success in their own lives. Second thing that I want you to kind of look at is movies. Because whether you like it or not, if we are not taught about how to build relationships, how to build your self-esteem, we're gonna get it from the things that we spend time with. So what you feed your brain with, it's gonna on conscious or subconscious level, gonna feed you with the theories and ideas about your life, how to get to where you want to get. So that's why you've got to ask yourself, how many people were completely capable of becoming policemen after watching like a police TV series drama? Or how many of them were really ready to become a doctor watching some, I don't know, House and D? None of them. Because if you listen to people who are doing this stuff, watching those videos and giving their reactions to some episode, they say, this is interesting, this is funny, this would never happen, this is absurd, this is ridiculous. Because you've got to understand that TVs have nothing to do with what's happening really in those areas or this specializations, and that movies are not life. There's completely nothing even close to that. Because you've got to understand that entertainment is given for your entertainment. So it's going to be over exaggerated in many areas just to appeal to your emotions. Because whether you like it or not, that's how you create good movie or good TV series, which are able to captivate your attention by showing you something extraordinary. That's why you can see the movies that guy is killing 100 people in an hour, and he's not going to jail because he was the good guy, right? Or someone is doing a heist of the decade, and they're not going to jail because they were the good guys, right? No, in real life they would end up in jail. Nobody cares about your motives or your intentions. If you did something against the law, you're gonna end up in jail. As simple as that. And that's why when you try to build your self-esteem watching those movies that teach you about killing and revenge, it's like they really think you're gonna end up like a really intelligent and person who people want to be with, because you're gonna be aggressive. And that's why you can see this kind of cult of violence and cult of individuality, like sick individuality, on this poverty groups of people. You see gangs there. Why would that exist? Because it appeals. I want to be the biggest in the neighborhood, so everybody will fear me. It just shows the stupidity and that how the wrong things were injected to try to build your self-esteem. And the same thing goes relationships, and we can go extreme here as well and look at romantic comedies. It's like they're so over-exaggerated that I'm watching them, I'm jumping from laughing to being angry, because when I watch what they show, it's complete idiocy. It's like so dumb what they do. One, they're trying to be a hero. In second minute, they retract because they're afraid to say what they feel. Or it's like, really? But if you like it, whether you like it or not, it just becomes your way of thinking. It over exaggerates your fear and over exaggerates your heroism, like this negative way of trying to be hero when you're just supposed to be like a normal person. And that's why so many girls who feed their dreams about relationship based on romantic comedies or romantic books. It's like the expectations are so high that no normal person would say, I would do that. No normal guy will say that they want to be the person who just try to get the girl, so they're gonna do the engagement and the wedding of the century. No normal person will, because it puts the bar so high, and then where are you going to go from there? If you look at normal people, we engage in our homes with our families, in a restaurant, in the park. Some are the place that we see meaningful for both of us. But not many people are crazy enough to go and just propose on a stadium or something. I've seen some worked, some didn't. But even though, if you look how romantic comedies are built, it's like there's a stack of so crazy events happening one after another that lead to making this movie a crazy ride. It just doesn't happen in real life. It's just made for you to feel excited about the movie, but it's a movie. So that's why the expectations in ladies are so high. And then when you end up as a guy with this kind of drama needing girl, you just look at her and say, forget about it. I'm not gonna play that game. And that's why so many of us are afraid of getting into the relationship, because if you see this kind of craziness, what normal person would agree to do this? Don't learn about self-esteem. Don't learn about building relationship from this kind of movies, because it's going to destroy you. This has nothing to do with real life. And interestingly enough, it kind of puts our needs and our wants that you really, really want as a person, whether you're a guy or a girl, and it breaks this whole picture. It kind of twists it, because it over exaggerates it. And that's why you've got all this drama that normal people don't need that. They need to talk and kind of figure out what's the problem. But there's no drama in that, so why would you record a video about it? Or, made a movie based on that? You see? It just doesn't sell. So don't learn from movies as well. And point number 3, you've got to understand that so many people who are your idols or people in authority that you tend to listen, they may have wrong picture of that as well. And I heard parents talking to girls, from time to time you just will have to give yourself to him whether you like it or not, because that's your role. Or you're gonna hear people in positions of like in churches, and I spend a lot of time. I was mentioning that my I was brought in a Protestant church, so, and even in Poland, the Catholicism for years said that sex is only for procreation, and that anti-conception is bad. Then I heard in some of that in evangelical churches that the notion is that there is no passion and there's no passionate sex if it's not lust. So again, passion was kind of pinned to negativity and to sin, which is completely kind of destroys the relationship and the passion that you want to have there. Because without that, it's like, what you're gonna do? Cheat? Because you've got passion with someone in your workplace? You see, that's the absurd. And there, from the other point of view, there you've got people who are, teaching sexuality in school, and they say, no, having sex with everyone is okay. And I would say, really? How do you want to expect a person who is having sex, and let's say it's straight, we've got like 15 or 16 right now, and there are cases of girls being pregnant at 12 or 13 in England, as I heard lately. How do you want to have people who are having sex from age like 15 to 25 or 30, and then when they get to the point they decide they want to have a long-lasting relationship, how do you want them to switch to not sleeping with anyone else and being faithful and knowing how to build a relationship if for the most of their life they're jumping from person to person, and they have the baggage of being destroyed and hurt by so many? It's just not going to work. It's like telling person, nah, until 30 you can eat junk food all day long, but then when you decide to get healthy, you just stop eating that. Really? When you're completely addicted to sugar, when you're completely obese, when your body is basically destroyed and you've got so many illnesses that it's hard to even live? Really? So you see, this is what I want you to understand. There are so many people and so many authorities, figures, and things that you might not even be aware of that will teach you bad ideas and put in your head the way to behave and the way to act, which is completely contrary to what you want to achieve. That's why all my video yesterday was about you finding someone who's capable of teaching you, because they have proven success in that area where you want to get. So don't listen to your stupid friends having their opinions. Don't watch movies and think that that's how life looks like, because it doesn't. And don't look to people in authorities unless they are able to show you and prove that they have years of experience in being successful in what you want to get. In this particular case, having long-lasting relationship that it's happy and they're satisfied in. So this is what I want you to take from this video. If you want to get success in something, you will have to kind of look at what do you think, what are your ideas, how did you get there, what made you believe this way, and basically remove everything that it's not based on success in that particular area. So that's why I kind of tend to rather invest with someone who knows what they're talking about than rather looking and trying to search for it, because it's like you're trying to reinvent the wheel over and over again. That's why kind of find someone and follow them. I don't know what to tell you, but think about it and do something about it, because again, time is not on your side. And if you want to have success and if you want to be satisfied, especially as a guy, get someone who will be able to tell you about how to be a guy that is able to have a happy relationship and be satisfied in it. Don't waste your time. If you like this video, give me a like, subscribe, comment, share. If you didn't, give me a shout. What's your point of view on that? I'm really interested in knowing what do you think about it. And if there's anything you want me to record about, just give me a shout. I'll be glad to do it. That being said, see you tomorrow.